tactical battle, we'll say, in the main event.
Yeah.
Crowned a new champion tonight, though. I guess, can you give us your initial thoughts on the main event tonight?
Yeah. It was, not what I expected. I expected a lot more shooting, expected a lot more exchanges.
I don't know if we're going to see Alex back here or not tonight, but we haven't seen him yet. Have you talked to him? Do you know if there was anything wrong with him?
Talk to who?
To Alex Pereira tonight?
No, I haven't seen him yet. He's coming? Yeah? Is he coming here? Huh? Maybe? Potentially.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound good. Potentially sounds bad.
Clearly, we don't matchmake on fight night, but a fight that close with a champion as great as Pereira has been, do you lean towards immediate rematch?
Welcome to the world of mixed martial arts, where legends are forged in the fire of competition and champions rise and fall with each passing event. Last night at UFC 313, the light heavyweight division witnessed a seismic shift as Magomed Ankalaev dethroned Alex Pereira in a tactical, polarizing decision that left fans divided. But the story doesn't end there. UFC CEO Dana White has dropped a bombshell. The rematch is likely next. We're diving deep into the fallout, the controversy, and what's ahead for these two warriors. So let's get started and explore the thrilling world of the UFC. Let's take a closer look at the fight that has everyone talking. The stakes couldn't have been higher. Pereira, a two-division Glory kickboxing champion and UFC's pound-for-pound number 3, entered UFC 313 with 3 straight knockout defenses. His reputation as a formidable striker was well established, with victories over Adesanya, Prochazka, and Blachowicz under his belt. On the other side, Ankalaev brought a grinding wrestling style that many predicted would test Pereira's grappling. And test it he did. The first 2 rounds were a chess match. Pereira targeted Ankalaev's lead leg, landing 12 significant strikes in round 1. His strategy was clear: keep Ankalaev at distance and exploit his tendency to drop his hands when moving forward. But Ankalaev weathered the storm, closing distance with jabs and front kicks. By round 3, the Dagestani began imposing his will, pinning Pereira against the cage for over 60% of the round and sapping the Brazilian's stamina. The championship round saw Ankalaev dominate clinch exchanges, though Pereira fired back with a spinning heel kick and a jab that briefly stunned the Russian. When the scorecards read 49-46, 48-47, 48-47 for Ankalaev, the arena erupted in mixed reactions. Had control trumped damage? The debate raged on social media, with fans and pundits alike questioning the judge's decision. Pereira didn't mince words post-fight. Putting me up against the cage? He didn't really do anything. Giving him the win incentivizes fighters to do that. Critics argue Ankalaev's clinch-heavy approach lacked fight-ending urgency, while supporters point to his 7 takedowns in 12 minutes of control time. The stats tell a split story. Pereira outstruck Ankalaev 89-76 in significant strikes, but Ankalaev landed the fight's most damaging shot, a round 2 left hand that wobbled the champ. Was this a case of effective grappling versus ineffective aggression? Even the judges couldn't agree, with one scoring it 49-46 and the others 48-47. The controversy sparked heated debates among fans and analysts, with some calling for a change in judging criteria to prioritize damage over control. As the dust settles, one thing is clear: this fight has left a lasting impact on the division. Less than an hour after the fight, UFC CEO Dana White was asked one question: will Pereira get an immediate rematch? His answer? A single word: probably. The cryptic response sent shockwaves through MMA media. White's nod suggested the UFC is leaning toward booking Ankalaev Pereira 2, a rarity in a division that hasn't seen an immediate title rematch since Prochazka versus Teixeira in 2022. Why the urgency? Pereira's star power is undeniable. His 12-3 record includes wins over Adesanya, Prochazka, and Blachowicz, and his 3 2024 title defenses made him a fan favorite. Ankalaev, meanwhile, has now won 14 straight, the second longest streak in UFC light heavyweight history. This rivalry has money written all over it. The rematch could shatter records and cement both fighters as legends in the sport. Pereira isn't dwelling on the loss. In a social media video, he vowed, "I'll be back in the gym in days. This is my life." Sources close to his camp say he's already drilling anti-grappling techniques, including wall walking and cage reversals. At 37, time isn't on his side, but with a rematch looming, Poatan could cement his legacy as an all-time great with a redemption arc. One wild card? A move back to middleweight? Pereira previously held the 185-pound title, and a trilogy fight with Adesanya, who recently reclaimed the belt, would be a blockbuster. But for now, all signs point to Pereira chasing vengeance at 205. The question remains, can he adjust his strategy to counter Ankalaev's post-fight message was clear. "I want the biggest fights." That could mean Pereira 2, a showdown with Jamahal Hill, or even a jump to heavyweight. But with White eyeing the rematch, Ankalaev's first defense might be a carbon copy of his toughest fight yet. The pressure is on to prove the first win wasn't a fluke and solidify his position as the new king of the light heavyweight division. The rematch talk has stalled the division. Rising contenders like Johnny Walker and Khalil Roundtree Jr. are stuck in purgatory, while Hill, who never lost his title, demands a shot. But let's be real, Ankalaev Pereira II is the people's main event. Their first fight drew 750,000 PPV buys, and the sequel could smash records with a clearer finish. Dana White's calculus is simple: strike while the iron's hot. Pereira's fan base is rabid, Ankalaev's stock is rising, and the controversy guarantees eyeballs. Expect UFC 316 or International Fight Week to host this grudge match. The question on everyone's mind: will Pereira reclaim his throne, or will Ankalaev prove he's the new ruler of the light heavyweight kingdom? As the MMA community weighs in, opinions are sharply divided. Some fans believe Ankalaev's grappling was the difference maker, while others argue Pereira's striking should have earned him the win. Analysts are already predicting the rematch, with some suggesting Pereira needs to improve his takedown defense, and others believing Ankalaev must show more aggression to avoid another close decision. The anticipation is building, and one thing is certain: this rematch will be one of the most highly anticipated fights of the year. Will Pereira's adjustments be enough to dethrone Ankalaev? Or will the Russian's grappling prowess prove too much once again? The world will be watching as these two legends clash in what promises to be an epic showdown. As we look to the future, the light heavyweight division is more exciting than ever. Ankalaev and Pereira are at the forefront, but contenders like Jamahal Hill, Johnny Walker, and Jan Błachowicz are waiting in the wings. The division is ripe for a new era of competition, with each fighter bringing unique skills to the table. The rematch between Ankalaev and Pereira will set the stage for what's to come. Will we see a new champion emerge, or will Ankalaev solidify his reign? The possibilities are endless, and fans can't wait to see how it all unfolds. One thing is for sure, the light heavyweight division is in for a wild ride. Will Pereira reclaim his throne? Can Ankalaev prove the first win wasn't a fluke? Dana White's probably just set the MMA world on fire. Smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell, because when these two collide again, you won't want to miss it. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the world of the UFC. Stay tuned for more updates, analysis, and predictions as we count down to the rematch of the year.